He has given his set of stories for the next sprint.
Okay.
So should not be a problem, I guess. So okay, let's start with our planning, David.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. So let me open Jira. Okay, here I am. So I'm creating a sprint. And the first thing are all the remaining spillovers. So that's
Yes.
what I'm putting. So do we want to revise Maha's ticket, 5 points?
3 are minor bugs. Okay. She wants to revise the points to 3.
To
3 points.
Okay.
And we have already revised Edel's 276 and 278.
I could see that. I could see that in my email. So yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
Then we have.
Yeah, we can also have this 803, the spillover from last sprint. So the QAs will be completing the testing by today. So let's.
Okay.
And we will also clone the story for the current sprint 17, the same regression testing task. And okay. Thanks, David. Okay, that's all with the spillovers. Now we have to choose.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing is this bug that is difficult to reproduce. On the next day after installation, I need to update the description because it seems that Oliver was right. That it doesn't really, it's not really related to the next day. After some time after installation, when the user runs the app, it hangs on launch screen. Right. Well, unfortunately, I cannot give more details about that because, it's so But Ipan suggested that it was due to errors that may happen, right? So he suggested your case is totally different. No, it's not this one. It's not the next day, it will come on the installation day itself. The root cause is if the user kills the app and open again, sometimes it will get stuck on the landing page.
Actually,
probability is too low.
Yeah, check with the David, check with Eric for this. What is the problem for the occurrence? He said that error handling was not handled properly. We need to take a. He said that.
Okay, so what should I do? What should I put in the description so that it gives you a hint of what needs to be done here?
Okay, so are you going to estimate? It's not for Ariel, somebody else. Ariel's is already done. We'll be picking up another one, 731 for Ariel.
Oh. Which one?
731 in the backlog. That's for Ariel. He said he will take 731.
Please related to fetching contents or something like that. No idea. Any idea? How can you find that?
Yeah, you can better take it as a spike. If you're not sure. Okay, so who will take it? Ram?
Oh. Okay.
You'll take it? Okay. As a spike, right? Or do you want to take it as
story.
it's a bug?
No problem. I'll take it as
Even he has mentioned in description it requires investigation.
Okay, take it as.
Okay. Okay, David, he will take it as a spike. Ram will be working on this.
Okay. The app asks the user to allow to display the app over other apps.
827.
Yeah, I think that we do not need. I think that well, it could,
You will take it? Okay, this is for Gautam.
okay.
You know the solution for
The
this?
question
Okay.
is,
So
are we
estimation.
2 points.
Okay, David 2 points and assignee would be Gautam,
But can you hear me?
including testing effort, right?
Can you hear me?
David?
Can you hear me?
Not hearing him.
David, we can't hear you. Are you still talking?
I guess he's not
Hmm?
screen sharing.
Okay, but we can't hear you, David.
Okay, yes, I am looking. He's hearing.
Okay.
Any better?
I guess we can.
And you are screen sharing as well. I mean, you're not screen sharing as well. Now we can see you, but can't hear you.
Kalpana in the he's going back.
Okay. Hi again, David.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Good. We can hear you now.
Okay. So yeah, because so this is so the question. My question is it related to the snack bar? Really?
Yes, David. You mean the last one, right?
827.
Yeah. For displaying snack bar, we'll be asking overlay permission in Android applications, and this one is related to snack bar. So what we are going to do is we'll create our own component in the application, which mimics snack bar's functionality, so that we won't be asking that permission again.
To be honest, I wouldn't do it this way then, because I want to play with this Android version. You could see that I had some doubts about the snack bar showing that you're offline and so on.
Okay.
So to be honest, I need to revise the build and see if we're going to deliver pop-ups instead of snack bars and so on.
Okay.
So I think that this could affect our implementation heavily. So I would include it in this sprint. If it's the only reason this thing is appearing, let's park it for this sprint. Let me think about that. Okay.
Okay, David.
Right, so I'm putting it below, and I'll make a decision. Let me just add an action point for myself. Okay. All right, downloading a lesson is very slow. From what I could see yesterday, we can close this issue because I couldn't reproduce it anymore. Right, so we can close it, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, if it happens again, we can reopen it. For the time being, can reproduce. I think we should close it.
Okay.
Okay. Investigate APG endpoints.
I'll take this.
Okay, it's for Ram.
Mm-hmm.
So, David, what would be the scope of this spike?
Just to see, in the story, we must just check if all the endpoints work fine and return values that we are expecting. We should also check if there is any additional work needed to make the app use the endpoints.
Okay. The complete integration.
David, for that, do we need any credentials to use in RPG?
No, we should not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just try these endpoints.
Okay.
If you have any questions, we need to reach out to Jitendra. The problem with Jitendra is that he works from the US.
Okay.
And so we will need to do certain tricks in order to arrange any calls. But this is, of course, possible, I believe. So let's try to to be honest, I would start with this one over the spike with hanging on the launch screen. Okay.
Okay.
So try the endpoints. If it turns out that the endpoints work fine, we can go ahead with the spike. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Then we have implement GTM and GA into the app for testing purposes. So Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics. We should implement the GA library and be able to send one testing event. For example, user selected a product. Can you hear me?
Yes, David, we are already in talk with the GSC team, Surya Atyapan. I mean, he's the one helping out us for this task. Shall we do one thing? We'll just have a talk with Surya regarding the things. I mean, if there are any dependencies or not, and then we can take this one.
I mean, do we need the SDK first before
I mean, he said
working on this?
they'll be providing us with the JS file.
Okay.
So I mean, we can take it for sure, but then I just want to know how they'll be providing.
So when you can confirm back?
In some time by
Okay.
afternoon or.
Okay, fine. So, okay then. So is it okay to hold giving the start sprint, David, until we get a confirmation? Just a few hours?
Well, actually, I thought that, one of the components of this task would be to figure out everything and in the end implement the GA library. So if you're already making any progress with that, I would put it here anyway. And just my expectation is that in this task, you're going to discuss things with Surya and others, and then finally implement it. So I think that, we should, if you're already doing that, I think we should use it. We should put it in this sprint anyway.
Talk, discuss, and then implement. That's the scope.
Okay.
Okay.
I can update the description if you want.
That's fine, David.
The task covers 2 activities. Figuring out with GA teams how to implement libraries, and 2, finally implement.
Like last time.
Is that fine?
David, would it be possible if we take it as a spike and then convert it to a story? Because right now we are in talks with the GSC team, and then we'll just figure out how we are going to do it, and we'll be proceeding with the implementation as well.
Okay, all right.
First, we are sure we'll do it. Then if there are dependencies.
Can I leave it as a task? Can it stay as a task?
You want it as a story? Does it involve testing effort?
Yeah, for a single event alone, he just had to check in the console.
Okay, let's have it as a story then, David. It involves analysis, development, and testing. Okay.
Okay. Is it go time?
Yes, yes, David.
One more thing before we proceed. Well, to be honest, I dislike the fact that RAM would do this hanging on launch screen because look, please see what is happening here. RAM is going to have investigating RPG endpoints and integrating RPG endpoints if the spike is successful. So I just wonder whether it is really necessary for RAM to do that. Because he is going to have lots of things to do in this sprint. What's your view on that?
No problem. It's a spike on the right.
2 spies, but you'll be converting into story anyways later in the sprint. Once you're done with the investigation.
Yeah, I'm sure
Is it
8 to
too
1
much
spike
or
that is will convert.
8
But
to?
in case of that 8 to 6 actually it is not reproducible.
Not. It's
Yeah, but
We don't have the scenario exactly. That's what.
Okay.
No, all there is a solution. You just want to remove that spike or
No, he's saying you're already overloaded. Some other person can speak.
no, it's not a problem. We take.
Are you sure?
Sure, sure. No problem.
He's okay with that, David.
Okay. All right, so we have integrating RPG endpoints. So replacing the endpoints that we are accessing directly with their RPG counterparts. Right? It's difficult to determine how much work it is going to be right now until we do the spike. Okay, so because it may be a trivial task, just replacing one base URL with another, but it might be something more complicated, and I would bet the second, right? Because of course, we don't know.
Yes, David.
However, this is also critical because this is absolutely necessary for our release.
Okay. So once we are done with the spike, we'll be estimating and then pulling into the sprint. Is that right, David?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. If we need to do it this way, okay, that's fine. But we are assigning it to a RAM right now, right?
Yes. Yes,
So
David.
like what we done in the previous will take like
Okay. But this is supposed to be complete within the sprint. We are just holding it because of the estimation. Okay.
Correct. QR code scanner opens slowly. To be honest, well, I haven't tested it yet in this new build. So
David,
give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'll grab my device and come back to you. Okay, in a sec.
Sure, David.
Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yes, it still persists. So it takes a few seconds to open the scanner.
okay. David, so what we would like to suggest is we are having a fade-in animation when we are opening the camera. We can change that animation type, and I mean we can reduce the time that fade-in animation occurs. I
Let's
guess
try
it would be, yeah.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's try it. Let's see how it looks. So I don't mind that, right? So let me add it to the description.
Okay.
A suggestion, an initial suggestion.
David, and the same would reflect in iOS also, because if we change it here in iOS also, it will be faster.
Okay, all right. So let's see how it looks. Okay.
Okay, David.
This notice for you. PEMOB 829, you have to check in both Android and iOS, though it is reported for Android.
Okay, so let me put it in the.
Yeah. Should we add a note here, David, for the QAs? Okay. Thanks, David.
Okay. All right, and who's going to do that, and how many points?
2 points.
2 points, and it is for Gautam, David.
Okay. Text fields are cut at the top, and we have screenshots here, right?
This is for Sheikh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But
Is this only for Android, David? Or
Let me see. I reported it for Android only, but let me see for sure.
David, a quick question. Do you have Pixel 2 or Pixel 2 XL with you, David?
Pixel 2.
Okay.
Only for Android. It doesn't happen on iOS.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using Pixel 2.
Okay. So we will have 1 point, and assignee is Sheikh.
Okay. Okay. Create an account for the app in Google Play. In order to configure GA and Tableau, I think that's the spelling properly, we must create an ID for the app in Google Console. Right? So the same way we have it in iTunes Connect, we need to already create an account for the app in Google Play Console.
It's just going to be a small task, right?
David, so I guess this we can do the TCD. Just we need to
just a
add
technical
developer
task.
accounts. That's
Just a simple task.
yeah.
Who can take it? He is occupied. Leave him. Leave it. Only for you and.
I'll take.
I think they'll have many different. Yes.
Okay.
I'll take this one.
You take this? Okay, it's for Gautam. Yeah, we need to save some for the regression testing box. Or no, let's put it in backlog and then prioritize for the next sprint.
Estimation for creating this account?
No, David, it's just a task, so let's leave it. It's just going to be a technical task.
Yep, okay.
So no points required.
Yeah.
And David, just a thought here. The regression testing for the previous sprint is still not completed. So, how do we plan if we get new bugs? Is it okay to have it in backlog and pick it up in next sprint, or should we save some bandwidth?
I would go for the latter, saving some bandwidth, because we don't know how serious these bugs are going to be.
Okay, fine. So let's have Maha as a backup for regression bugs. So
No, she's still resting. She's still resting after refactoring the scanning.
she already
Okay.
has some 3 bugs. Meantime, she can work on those bugs. And when QAs come back with a bug list, we can prioritize. Else, we can take up some other stories in the middle of sprint.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay then. So
But we're picking things for Ezel, right?
yes,
Anyway.
731 is for Edil, David.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So now we have to assign few issues for Gautam, I guess, right, Gautam? I think you have space, right?
Yeah.
Let me refresh once. How many points you have taken already?
3, I guess. 3 or 2 and 1 spike.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a task. No, 1 bug.
Around in this Google Play account creation, we will be asked those set of questions, right? What are the contents in your application?
It's not like that. Just we will be I guess we'll be uploading a new release APK.
Okay.
It has some details. Just we'll be pasting some images, the description, content.
Alpha testers list, something like that.
Testers, we are already there.
Okay.
We need to include the way.
Okay.
One more thing, that the content, description, images, we have to make it. That is the only thing.
Okay.
So we need to provide some descriptions.
We have to upload screenshots and those things.
That's what images and screenshots we need to upload, icons.
But at the time of release only, right? Not
No,
now.
no. Initially, they were
While creating itself, we
Oh,
need to
okay.
do, because in iTunes, right?
We cannot take it as a story.
No. I'll explain you why. Because those uploading screenshots and things, it will take a lot of time.
Yeah, I agree. You have a
Yeah.
manual work there, but
Yeah.
it's not like you will add some value for the customers, right? It's not going to be a feature, product feature.
I'll tell you why. Because we have to take screenshots and separate devices. And all the I guess 6 or 7 resolutions.
No, excuse me. You don't need to do that yet. You just need to create an account for the app, right? So not account, but a space for the app, right? So you can put anything inside. So that, well, we just need to have an ID in Google Play Console. That's it.
All the images we provided in Case and Go, we'll just put that in Epic. As of now, we'll just do Case.
Okay, that would be fine.
Yeah, that's
We'll
all
have the exact resolution as well.
Yeah, descriptions, icons, and everything, we'll take it from Case and Go.
And later you can have it as a deployment task.
Okay, that's fine.
But please note, it will not come as a story. Deployment task, you can have it. Okay, so do you think you have space for another issue? A small one, or?
No, be fine.
Okay. Anything we have as a priority now, David, for Gautam?
Well, I'm thinking about this having access to prod PEP in prod environment for the app. Depending on the environment to which we switch in the app, the PEP environment and RPG endpoints should change as well. And we have this different base URLs for staging and for production. And for development, we decided to use the same as this one, right? So it would be PSN prod stage dev stage, because currently in each case, no matter if it's dev, stage, or production, we always use staging. Well, we should use this one as well.
David, I guess while integrating 822, I guess 809 will also get covered. 809.
So in that case, the stories together.
Because already we just have staging and that is dev test example. If we change the environment from dev to stage or stage to dev, it will work as of now. So only thing we need to change the URLs and base thing, that's it.
Okay, so instead can we have that as a task? 809 in that case.
We
If
can
it's just
do
going
that,
to
but
be a
the thing
URL
is,
change.
it will be fully dependent on that strike.
Okay.
That was my main thing. That was main thing.
Okay.
Because it is fully dependent on 822. 822 or the
821,
spike.
right? Okay, okay.
Spike.
Okay.
Ravi, the doubt here, PEMOB 831, when I swipe to right or left between tabs, the process hangs on scan tab. Could you recheck it again?
We need to close it. I cannot reproduce it. I cannot reproduce it in the newest build.
Okay, because I'm
So
just
it's going to close.
yeah.
So okay, completing the ticket also should cover 809. Yep, is that correct? So integrating IPG endpoints should also cover this one. Yes?
Yes, David. So in that case, we can have 809 as a task.
Okay.
That will.
Yeah, that's
later.
once done, we can do it. Okay, let it be in backlog, David. We will get, we get back once that spike is done.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so for now, Gautam.
The last
Okay.
828, I guess. David, can I take PEMOB 828 automatically opening camera on click of
828 is here. After granting the app. Okay, all right. Yeah, of course, you're the guy responsible for QR codes scanner. But let me think about this one. Remove downloaded content link, disable once app was closed by the user. Reported by Bala.
Okay.
David, I'll take PEMOB 828 itself because that 807 it requires more effort, I guess.
Yeah, but it's higher priority.
Okay, 1 minute. About your other stories. Class 3.
GTM and JA will get the points.
Yes. And then this is also a small task, and this is the known issue. You have the solution already. So how many points you would estimate for 807 and then decide?
I haven't worked on
That's
the thing. I'm not able to estimate properly.
Estimation, can others help with 807? 7. Your backup Mahal can help in estimation. 3 points. Okay. And now comes the question whether it is doable for you.
I'll take. I'll take.
Sure. Okay, David, let's take 3 points and it's for Gautam.
807, right?
Yes, David.
Okay. And that's it for this sprint, right?
Yes, David.
Okay, so I'm going to close this one.
3-1. 17 points. We have 5 spikes, right? Spikes in task we have. This is fine. Should be fine.
Expanding unit menu. I'm closing this one.
Save some points for. We haven't taken any forward.
Yeah.
The app gets unresponsive frequently. I cannot reproduce it.
Okay.
The latest build. The app asks the user to allow to display the app over other apps. I'm going to change the priority to high, and I'll take care about that. And after granting the app access to the camera, the QR code, okay, and then we have remaining these. Okay, all right, that's fine. So let's see. Okay, so let me see the calendar. So what we have here is this sprint is going to last till 24th of April, and after that, we're going to have one sprint starting here that is going to be last till 9th of 8th of May, right?
Yes.
And then we could have one week sprint till 15th of May, after which we're going to enter code freeze.
Code
and
freeze.
we'll do just targeted testing, etc. Is that fine with you?
Team.
The
Okay, then.
March, May, and
May
right?
end.
Okay.
So we need to focus. We need to think. We need to focus on fixing bugs by this code freeze stage and integrating RPG endpoints. These two elements are critical to us. So we need to make sure that there are no high priority bugs, because this bug 828, for example, is lower priority for me because the release of the app that is going to happen in May is not going to have any product that will use the QR code scanner. So, for example, we can call it a day for the time being. But other things such as audio and video are going to be much more important for us at that time. So that's why I decided to prioritize it this way. So let's try to fix as many, all the bugs that are there if possible. If not, we're going to let's try to fix as many as possible, and I think that sounds like a plan.
Okay, David.
So I'm starting the sprint.
Okay.
Starting today. Finishing on the 1st of May? No.
24.
Okay. 24. Yeah. Okay, because the previous one was 3 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. So I'm starting it.
David,
Okay, David.
for activities score, the server I think is not active. It's not activated for all the activities. So for different activities, it is acting different. So sometimes we are getting score 0/4, and sometimes score hyphen, and sometimes score 0/21, like this.
You mean the score that after completing an activity, right?
Starting the activity itself. Starting the activity, if I have four questions, it will say 0/4, and if I answer one question as right, it will update to 1/4. It is updating for lesson 1, unit 3, sorry. It is working correctly for
Unit 1, lesson 3.
unit 1, lesson 3. But for all the activities, it is not working as expected.
Okay, because I tested it a number of times and it worked without any problems. So let me check on that. Okay, let me check on that. Let me see how I see it. And could you send me, if you encounter it again, could you send me the steps to reproduce how you exactly completed the activity, naming how many responses were correct and how many were incorrect? Would that be possible for you? Because this might be a question of settings and in the activities. And the most important set of activities for us are the ones in Unit 4, because the ones in Unit 4 are real activities that we're going to really have in the app. So if you could test it against Unit 4 and see if this problem appears there, that would be very, very important for me and very, very helpful. Okay?
Okay.
So can you send an email?
No, sure.
Okay. Anything else you want to discuss, team?
And one more thing, yesterday I said no, that create an account scenario was not tested by yesterday, and we have tested it today. It is not working.
New user.
Oh, the scenario is we need to scan, we need to unlock it means that unlock a level. Then it will move to the login page wherein I am creating a new user there. So from there it is not working. That perspective scenario is not handled.
Okay, my query is what we need to handle.
No, he's saying while scanning, after scanning, at that time the user is creating a new account. After creating, automatically it should go to API calls and say level unlock successful. How
Is
will it be
that
done?
the scenario? Or
No,
not?
we have the point in create an account now. So user can to create an account.
Yes, he will create an
But
account.
any user needs to log in, right?
Yeah, if we log in again means
After
it is not
creating
showing.
an account, the user will log in, and at that time the user should get the level unlock. So how will it come?
What's the problem? Let's make it.
No, he will want to create an account page.
Yeah.
And again he'll come to login screen. At that time he'll log in, and without scanning or other thing, the user should pass on to level unlock success. Is that scenario?
Yeah, you got the point.
You don't have solution. Because he's going to create account. At that time he'll get some other API calls and other process will be going on. He'll get you have created the account successfully. Again he'll come to login screen and log in, and suddenly you have to get the message level unlock successful. How it will work? Without scanning or entering the access code at that time, how will it work?
You just ask the
Yeah, you ask the
User has to click on create an account when the scan is redirect to login page. So we have tested that scenario also.
Do you want to show a demo?
Yeah, understood. I think. And David, you understood my point, right?
Yeah, so you try to scan a QR code, the app asks you to log in. You try to create a new account from this page, and creating the account does not work. Is that correct?
Correct.
David, create an account is working, David, but he's saying that the level unlocked successfully or level has been not unlocked. That message he is not getting while creating an account. The user is able to create an account successfully while scanning and entering into create account. But after that, again, if the user gives a new login, and he's not getting any message regarding scan.
So that is the.
He want to work it slowly. After scanning, the user will create an account, and again, if the user logs in, he will get a message: the level has been unlocked or not locked.
Okay, understood. Okay, so registration does work and login does work, but we do not receive any feedback to the user that this level has been unlocked, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is exactly.
It should be absolutely consistent with just logging in. So after logging in, without creating a new account, when we log in, we receive some feedback. We receive that this level has been unlocked, right?
Yes.
So it should be the same when you create an account. So the app is asking you to sign in. You create a new account, then you sign in, and you should see that this level has been unlocked. It should be exactly the same.
Okay, David has granted you to create a bug.
Yes, exactly. But this is well, yeah. So let's try to. Please add it to the backlog, and then we'll decide. Say tomorrow if we are going to use our backup here, so Maha, or we're going to take something else because it's not the most critical feature right now.
Okay.
But please report it. Please report it.
Okay, so Bala and Valliyappan, please complete the regression testing
Almost completed.
today.
I'm sorry, I must dash. I'm having another meeting right now. So I must dash. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, and see you tomorrow then.
Sure, David. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.